Hi guys, my name is Michael. Welcome back. So, got a couple of things to bring to your attention today. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that it is my opinion that we are coming into the most crucial part of this whole crypto game, right? So, assuming the crypto game is like a basketball game, right? We are coming into the fourth quarter, and so this is the business quarter of the whole game. So, it's important for us to be focused. It's important for us to, make sure that things are done right so that we can execute properly. Now, I know you've heard the phrase before, not your keys, not your crypto, but it's so important for us to take that phrase very serious as we move forward. Now, and I've said in a previous video that, crypto projects like XRP, XLM should not be stored on exchanges unless you want to trade them. So whatever you have, if you have these projects on exchanges, they should be the ones that you want to trade, right? If you're keeping for the long term, right, then they should not be on the exchanges. And today I want to talk about the need for a hardware wallet, and specifically, or preferential, my preference, Ledger. And I do understand that there are a lot of other hardware wallets out there, Trezor, SafePal, so many other hardware wallets. But my preference is Ledger, and so I'm going to mention Ledger a couple of times. But understand that when I talk about Ledger, I'm talking about various hardware wallets. So one thing that we must understand, as people in crypto, is that a lot of people have come into crypto. A lot of investors have come into crypto. Some people have been in crypto for years. They've gone through the whole crypto cycle, ups and down, ebbs and flow, emotional roller coaster, basically. And we're coming into the time where it should be the season where you reap your reward, the reward of all your labor. But I want you to understand that there are so many forces at play. There are so many forces that it's going to come to make sure you do not reap that reward, right? And so it's important for us to take a look at the risks out there and put things in place to mitigate them. So we're talking about things that will hinder you from reaping the rewards of your labor. And one of them, right? One of them is this concept of not your keys, not your crypto. Now, it's important for us to understand that crypto exchanges are going to be major targets as we move forward. Crypto exchanges are going to be major targets as we move. As a matter of fact, some hackers are already in some crypto exchanges, but they haven't showed their hand yet. They're just in there. And if you know anything about the life cycle of hacks, right? A hacker can be inside a system for months, just studying and making sure they have a good understanding of the way that exchange works so that they can get the maximum out of it. And so when we come into this bull market that we've been talking about, right? Because it's my opinion that the bull market we're going to come into is going to be a chaotic one. It's not going to be like the 2001 or 2000 or 2020 bull market. No, this is going to be a chaotic bull market in the sense that a lot of negative things will be happening in other asset classes, but crypto will be doing its thing. Crypto will be experiencing a bull market. So it's going to be a chaotic bull market, and a lot of things, a lot of forces are going to be in play to make sure you do not reap the rewards of your labor. And so it's important for us to get this basic concept, or basic task checked off, right? Anything that is not to be traded should not be on the exchanges. And your cryptos, you should have a hardware wallet for your cryptos, because a lot of exchanges are not going to survive the period that we're coming into, right? Whether it's through hacking, whether it's through systemic failures, or ripple effects from other areas of the financial system affecting some crypto exchanges. Either ways, a lot of cryptos are not going to make it out of this, cycle, right? And so you don't want to be a victim of a crypto exchange, right? So it's important for us to get these basics done right now. And also, we're going to see a lot of sophisticated cyber attacks or hacks like we have never seen before, right? Remember, when you hear all these technologies like AI, when you hear all these technologies like automation, and all the beautiful things they can do for people, also understand that those AI, right, those technologies can also do beautiful things for hackers. So what we're going to see, right, the level of hacks we're going to see in 2025, right, is like nothing we've ever seen before, right? It's like nothing we've ever seen before, because there's now a lot of tools. The tools that we see, that we use on a daily basis, for productivity, will be used for cyber attack. And so those AI systems, in creating cyber attacks will be phenomenal, right? So we're going to see attacks against exchanges. We're going to see attacks against users. We're going to see cyber attacks against software wallets. All sorts of attacks against anything that has to do with crypto, because crypto is going to be the main, news, right? So we're going to see SIM swaps. We're going to see, phishing attacks, so many things, right? When it comes to, everyone will focus their hacking tool on the crypto sector. So it's so important for you to understand where, what is on the horizon, right? So hardware wallet will mitigate a lot of these risks for you, right? It will mitigate a lot of these risks for you. Do you get? And so it's so important for us to put that in place now. To put that in place. Also, if you're someone that is holding for the long term, I also talked about in my previous video that XRP and XLM, at some point, we're going to see restrictions to those projects in terms of trading, meaning that, there's going to be restrictions for users to withdraw them out of the exchanges. So exchanges will allow you trade them and sell them into, other currencies or other tokens, but you will not be able to withdraw XRP from the exchange, especially XRP from the exchanges. So it will be trading like an ETF, basically. You will go in there, you buy the XRP, and then you come out with something else, maybe USDC or something, but not the XRP itself. So there's going to be restrictions on XRP and maybe an XLM. So it's all important for us to understand these things. Also, when we do come into the bull market, we're going to see a lot of volatility. We're going to see a lot of chaos, right? And so we will see withdrawal limitations from exchanges and freezes, account freezes. There's going to be all sorts, right? Freezing of accounts. We can see what Coinbase is already doing. There's going to be freezing of accounts. There's going to be freezing of withdrawals. I mean, it's going to be chaotic, right? So it's important for you to not put all your eggs in one basket, or in any basket, to be honest. It's better for you to have your things safe in your hardware wallet, where you have your own keys, you have your keys with you, right? So that is going to mitigate all these things that we're talking about here. Then the last thing I want to talk about is the disruption that I see on the horizon, regarding communications or internet, right? And I talked about this in my last video, that at some point we are going to see a disruption to either the internet or some sort of communication. I don't know if it's going to be a satellite or GPS. And the reason why I say this is because, most of these things that I'm talking about have already been simulated, right? And if you search the internet very well, you will see some of those simulations that have been done regarding, a protracted internet outage, right? So it's so important to understand that if we do see a disruption in either, the internet or communication, right, things may not be as you want them to be when the internet comes back online, right? So can you imagine if there was a major outage for the internet, right? And you've got your crypto on an exchange, and it lasts for maybe 7 days or something. When services are restored, things may not be as you want them to be. So it's so important for us to do this little step to safeguard ourselves. So I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. If you've not, put these things in place, these are the basics, these are the, ABCs of crypto, right? You need to put these things in place. You need to get a hardware wallet, and then make sure that you store your projects properly, because we're going to also see projects hacked. A lot of projects are going to be hacked. We're going to see liquidity pools drained. And that is the level or the sophistication, the level of hacking we're going to see as the crypto market begins to, bubble up, in terms of as the bull market gets underway. It's going to be a lot of hacking. So you have to be safe out there. If you're someone who does a lot of things on their phone, you have to be really, really careful with that as well. And, discretion is always advised, when it comes to things like this, because we're going to see, we're going to see like gunpoint crypto robbery, where, people, we're going to see like, gunpoint crypto robbery, right? And that is how that's how chaotic things are going to get. And so it's important for you to stay safe out there. Make sure you do what you need to do. So I just thought I'd bring this to your attention as part of your offline strategy, right? You need to get a hardware wallet. And like I said, the preference is Ledger, even though I know that, so many other hardware wallets do the same thing, and they do the same thing. But like I said, because of the level of cyber attack that I see on the horizon, or that I believe will be at play, right? I just feel like it's important to, stay with the trusted name, when it comes to hardware wallet, because we're going to see a lot of 0-day vulnerabilities from some of these wallets, software, hardware. And so, I'm just sticking with Ledger at this point. But like I said, every other hardware wallet out there can do the same thing. So I just thought I'd bring this to your attention, guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you like videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.